Bluetooth mode. Pairing. Connected.
Robert Dubois is in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet. This mission is more important than you could possibly imagine. Are you in or out?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Whoa.
The Suicide Squad in cinemas July 30.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Euro F1 League here for ARG Racing here live on ARG Racing Network, and as well as RR3 Chartman says there. Morning for you. Yes, very, very early morning here for us here in Australia. Welcome here to ARG Racing Euro F1 League here in Austria for the first round of the season with this brand new league, the Euro F1 League. And looking forward to seeing what these guys have on offer today for the first time. A lot of them out on track with ARG Racing. So let's see what they have on offer. Coming around this Austria circuit, very one of the more simpler circuits on today's calendar in F1. With it's one of the more tracks that we people find easier to race around. And we will see them coming around in Quali 1 very, very shortly through this session. Welcome on into the stream, and everyone, if you're here obviously from Paddy's multi-stream, welcome on in to the stream. Make sure to check the channel a follow, would be greatly appreciated, with so much more to come from ARG this weekend as well with League 1 tonight. We've had a massive weekend with lots of commentary here on ARG Racing, and we've had all three previous leagues here streamed all this weekend, and it's been an awesome weekend so far with just some amazing driving. So looking forward to seeing what these guys have on offer. Rich at that and Bag09 Bones, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. But here we are, like I said, for Q1 here. 19 drivers will be getting one shortly. Hopefully after having some, getting some, the last person, having some troubles. So we might try just get one last reserve in when we can. So let's see what happens in this one. No one out of the pits as of yet. Let's see if we can catch some action here. Austria obviously known for overtaking with these 3 DRS zones down the pit straight from turns 2 to turn 3. Turn 1 to turn 3, sorry, and turn 3 to turn 4 as well. All having DRS down the long straight. No worries, can't wait to see some great racing. Yeah, there should be some great racing. A lot of these guys obviously from Tier 1 last season, and obviously we dropped Tier 1 for League 1 and League 2 this season, trying to aim obviously more at the Australian audience we have and the Indian audience that we have. So the League 1 lineup that we have, even the League 2 lineup, is very, very strong. So it's looking very competitive. Looking forward to seeing what these guys have on offer. Still no one out of the pits yet, so the strategies obviously just waiting it out, seeing what they can do, and seeing what these guys can produce. As we see a Mercedes coming out of the pits there of Super Steve, first one out of the pits here in this Q1 session. Let's see what he can do now as we try to catch some action here in this Euro F1 League, the third league so far this weekend. League 1 tonight at 7 PM AST coming up here on ARG Racing Network. So lots of action in a weekend here with 6 streams here from Friday night all the way to a Sunday night. Yeah, it should be a very competitive race, but let's see what these guys can do. We'd like to try to get this last reserve in as well as we have that full lobby. Yeah, it's just a physics guy on Discord, but here we go. Super Steve out on the lap, the first man out on the lap in that Mercedes. Like I said, the first round of the season here, that these guys are obviously racing.
When you're ready, let's go.
We had the just all races last week in Brazil, and these guys were obviously out of track together for the first race of the season, but this is obviously the first competitive race of a lot of these guys are on their track. And it should be really good. Yeah, it should be really good to see these guys out in the competitive scene trying to get some great laps together. Yeah, let's see what they can do. Multi-stream. Yeah, it should be really good to see these guys in the competitive scene. Super Steve, first man out on track, like I said, 16-0 flat in the first sector third. Let's see if he's going to start off this session on the high. Let's see all these guys starting off with the soft tyre, getting the fastest start, moving into Q2. Then we'll be going on the sleeve for the tyre that we tried to go on 3 on the evaluation for Super Speed. 16-1 for the first sector, fourth time on that in the tyre races. We're going to find that. Yeah, who's going to see us? We're going to find that. Elizabeth, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Here's the previous company that I'm happy to if needed. I think Scotty was going to, but then he can't now, so I think that might try to get something else, but we'll see. Before they get quite much, I think it's still have a few guys that love it to race. So, get one more driver to join us, maybe try to get him in before that follow. Sometimes it lets you drop follow, sometimes it doesn't. So I might try to get him in before then. No laps set as of yet in terms of fast laps. So let's see these guys coming towards the end of some out laps and starting to climb up. Let's see what these guys can do. Starting to obviously put these laps in together in this Q1 session, 18 minutes, getting their fastest lap and getting to the Q2 of course. And you're going to be obviously qualifying in the tyre you in Q2 you're going to be doing your fastest lap on the newest set of tyre possible. You're going to be starting to work there in the tyre 6 minutes, especially starting to go out here. They're all going to be mixed up. Officially starting flying up here. The first flying up, still not coming around. They're the last one. I don't know about his lap. For a lot of these guys, because they're the first lap. So, esports, starting the first flying up. 106.2, Tomo across the line with 104.2, great lap from him as these lap times start to come thick and fast here. Paddy Pat across the line with 104.8, his teammate going across the line now of Chuckle Brothers with a 104.7. So there's 2 Alpine cars starting to P2 and P3 at the moment as these laps, like I said, starting to come thick and fast. Loaded store crossing the final corner at the moment, coming across the line with 104.3 as well for him. Chuckle Brothers, so you want to follow.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Engineer quiet.
Got that confirmed?
ARG crossing the line now at 110. his lap must have been invalidated there. As in taken off and registered. Another Alpine coming across the line at the moment, I believe it is. That's not true. This close at the beginning of this read, must have invalidated as well. Here's that. There's George Ross across the line, the 104.5 pace as well. Like I said, laps starting to come in thick and fast now, these guys. Probably get out for 3 runs if they need to in this one, and they do really come thick and fast these laps in Q1, and especially in Q3 when these guys start doing some good laps, they all together and they come very fast. I did lead 8th in the middle sector for Super Steve before he did have the invalidated lap. That's 2 times faster than everyone in the first sector at the moment. So he's got some real pace and see.
Pitting this lap then, coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
Into the end of his qualifying lap. Okay, H division qualifier for 101. So we will see these times enter the 103s. That's the important question. B. Robbie joins Super C with a 15.8 in the first sector as well. Coming up to the second sector marker now. 3.83 in the middle sector. 2 times faster than anyone else in the middle sector. The reserve driver B. Robbie hasn't broken his lap though. But yeah, he's still driving today in that Alfa Romeo there. So let's see what he could do. Obviously, a fast driver move on of ARG. He's obviously going to be out here to show everyone his pace. And let's see what he could do in this crossing line, starting another time up now after that evaluation. Let's see what he can do. In this one, as the pass of RC7 crossing line and 104 as well. So a lot of these times, in the 104s, let's see if they can pick up the 103s. That is an important question. Lowy, Conklin, we're just trying to find a reserve. I'll let you know if we need you. I'm just trying to find a reserve at the moment. He's to drive, but now hasn't been on Discord for a while, so we're just trying to sort it out at the moment. But like I said, here we go for some laps that are starting to come in thick and fast at the moment. Everyone obviously here from Paddy's stream. He's putting a good lap so far, sitting in P7 with a 104.83 laps on those soft tyres. So he's still going. He'll need a pit for the new set soon if he wants to be safe, because there's still half the grid that has not completed a lap yet. So let's see his strategy as he's coming around Sector 2 at the moment. In Sector 2, this last DRS straight that he will be receiving on a flying lap around here into turn 4 at the moment for him. That big slow. It's a bit medium speed, right hand corner, downhill a little bit as well, and then coming into this left-hander, where it is actually pretty hard to judge exactly your braking point in that turn there, and can be difficult for a lot of these guys. An invalidated lap for him as well, so just to add there, an invalidated lap to his 3 laps that he's completed. The Mercedes now of Super Steve. On an outlap starting with 1 lap, had that 15.8 in the first sector on his invalidated lap. Let's see if he can match that with his second invalidated lap again here at Mercedes. Let's see if he can do it. Paddy Pack going on another lap on Super Steve. So 4 laps on these soft tyres. He will climb on the medium tyres as well. Super Steve, like I said, coming around on the lap 16.0 in the first sector, but this was slower than his last time. Let's see if he can match his middle sector time and go faster if possible. So still 12 to 19, still yet to complete a lap. He's also with a disqualification as well. So he'll start to go for P19. So let's see, they've got a lap previous time and those medium times as well. SpongeBob 117.9, so obviously a slow lap he'll go again to see if he can go better. People stay on the lap at the moment that we saw before. Let's see if he can go start a good flying lap and get one on the board at the moment. Currently sitting P16 with 28.3 in the middle sector, matching most of these guys up the top. Only 2,000 slower than Beck in P2. So let's see if he goes across the line, slots himself into P3 with 104.0s. This time's already heading into the 103s with Beck and Resiamo all the way down to the 103.6. So an amazing match from him. What else can we see from these guys? Can we see a lot more of these laps into the 103s? That is the important question. And what we see, a yellow flag to sector line for, I believe, is that Super Speed guy just a little bit slow. But yeah, let's see what these guys can do. This guy's obviously, like I said before, a lot of this guy's Tier 1 drivers from last season. Tier 1 drivers from last season. Obviously not being able to make the Australia time, so we go for League 1 and League 2, so starting with the Euro F1 League, and putting in some amazing laps so far. We've seen the Christian did some amazing stuff as well. The real hero of the league, so what's your first set? I would like you, if no one else seems to do it. I would like you to do it. What's your first set? Okay, I'm sorry, yeah, right. Yeah, because these guys... Oh, you're Dino. Okay, wait, I don't have you on first set. Because I'm actually inviting you to talk, I don't have you on first set. I don't think... Oh, yeah, I think, yeah. Stuff in the back there. It's unfair. That's what Jonathan Cox said. Jonathan Cox is starting from the back. Bill Robbie's in his car is starting from the back as well, so it's a bit more fair. Usually starting from the back. But where's the Emma? Top of the timing chart at the moment with the 103.6. Let's see if anyone else can match him as this bunch of playing shooting in P3 after that lap. Slots into P3 and then pitching on the left-hand man. Alara through Chartman on a lap at the moment, starting a fine lap, finishing at 7 tenths faster than the final last fine lap, sorry, over 104.7 for himself. So we now have a 20-man lobby with Dino joining. We'll have 20s for the race. We won't be able to run a 4 qualifying. But let's see what happens later on in this Q1 session with 5 minutes left. What can these guys do? What can we see here in the qualifying session? Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, I think, with these guys, and it's going to be an interesting comeback when these guys get back. Jonathan Cox and Robbie, very, very good drivers, and they are going to be fighting for the back. They're going to be hunting pretty good. Maybe a massive comeback on those guys. A very competitive race, yeah. With RS3 Clarkman on another fly lap here. 59.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
You're going to drive up in the top. 58. In the first set, for this year, who is up the top. Pretty cool. He came slower in the middle set, that's it. In the alpha set, in the half set, sorry. But just gets it in the last set, but then 4 set past the effect. So, but maybe do that last set back and try to get that lap time a little bit down. And try and match Reserva out in front, as it's the Alpine, I believe, of Tucker Brothers. So we go starting another flying lap again. 10.45, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to ARG Racing Network, your ARG Racing. Euro F1 League this morning. Should be a great competitive race coming very shortly. As Dino is in the qualifying session, he's not going to complete the lap, but John Fox on doing the installation lap, okay? Really lovely, lovely. So yes, all these reserves won't be doing a flying lap. They'll be staying there, and like I said, they'll be doing on the hunt to get some good position gained in the race. But these guys, not many guys out on track at the moment. It's a short track, obviously. As you can see, those lap times 104, 103 around Austria. So they can come out really last minute and then go on a flying lap. So it's really, really quick. But you don't want to get stuck in traffic. That's the important question. We saw it in qualifying in Hungary last night with traffic right at the end of the lap. That's what you don't want to get here in Austria from turn 9 to 10 area where there's that little straight, as you can see. That's where you don't want to get stuck. That's where most of the traffic will build up, and you don't want to be too close, obviously, behind someone, and obviously you don't want to miss out like Sergio Perez did last night. You don't want to stay too close and then miss out on that qualifying session if you go out really late. So a lot of these drivers will just play it safe, go out and just stay safe, you know, get out, do a lap, do their fastest lap, and that's it. RC7 will be very fun. As we see these guys start to play on the track, it's in Ferrari. Ferrari that is, maybe Tomo, maybe a Ferrari or not? Yeah, this is Ferrari, so he's on a flying, on an out lap at the moment. But we see Checkerbox on a flying lap in their Alpine, just in a little bit of danger from escaping before a few guys retired, but now those 5 guys in the bottom 5 all retired from the session. So I think these guys will choose to stay in the pits for the moment and for the rest of the session, as they are all safe through to Q2. All completed, so good to see. This is our first full grid of the weekend, so yeah, it's great to see these guys filling in these seats and eager to race, and yeah, pretty quick into the weekend. With ARG, we've really grown and we're happy to see everyone getting along pretty good. And yeah, it's really getting ARG with the hardware out, so it's really good to see. It was good starting to build up AGO. And yeah, we're here for obviously the Euro F1 League. Yeah, it's the third race of the weekend, like I said. There's so much more to come here for ARG racing that we're typically one. And tonight we've got the very fine and different racing win as well. So massively good here on ARG racing. We've had so much in the previous two days as well. And it's been a great weekend. And hopefully this can even kick things off today and somehow even grade up and make this a great weekend here for ARG here. Where's the Emma? Q1 top of the title chart for the 103.6 at the moment. Welcome on to your stream as well. Like I said before, if you are new and to make sure you check the channel, join us on this video in the link of our Twitch channel and we post it in the chat and we get a chance as well. So if you're looking to get involved with our ARG in any racing this week, make sure you get involved as well and get involved. So it should be great. Great start to this season for ARG as well. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what these guys have on offer at the end of this one. I believe no time left in qualifying to this after we like the most of the pits, so what is it for the qualifying session? And that will be it for Q1. Q2 coming up, these guys will look to get the fastest lap in the short time possible. Where, you start with Grand Prix on the car you qualify, the strategies are going to be a big thing in this one. The tyres being the second softest in the Ferrari range, that middle range that we have, so C2 hard, C3 medium, C4 soft. So the software obviously will be able to be stretched out a little bit as well outside of Bahrain. Stretched out maybe to about lap 10 or 11. And last year 36, the question is if they can go from medium to soft, and if the soft will hold up, and I'm not 100% sure if they will. Will it be medium to hard? Will it be medium to soft? Will it go up to go soft? That's the question, but we will see that in Q2. So, looking forward to seeing what these guys can offer in the qualifying session.
And not enough.
Understood, stopping this lap.
So the session is over. It's a 15-8 for Vivaldi with the first sector was retired after being reserved by Lesser Susan not to complete a lap. The fastest in the first sector, fastest in the second sector, Beck with a 28.3. And the fastest in the third sector, of course, and Reziano with a 19.419, 2 points faster than Beck in P2. So it's a great session there. A few drivers putting in some amazing laps. 3 drivers into the 103s with that top 3 drivers. Then Tucker Brothers just missing out with the 104.006 as well. So that is the end of Q1. Just waiting for these guys to get into the pits as we speak. So Q2 will be coming very shortly. From ARG Racing, Euro F1 League, the third race of the weekend so far here on ARG Racing Network. But we've also had ARL and Interstellar Racing League as well in here, which has been great. Some great races, and that's just made this weekend as well a very, very great weekend so far. Lodestone just going on the gravel there. But like I said, end of Q1 here, entering Q2 very shortly. Tominator on a flying lap apparently, not sure why, still on a flying lap. Lodestone retirement, not sure if he retired on track with his spin, because if he did retire with his spin, he will be out of qualifying for the next qualifying. But like I said, end of qualifying, we'll be able to see what these guys can do. And we'll be able to see what these guys can do in the next session there in Q2, starting the race on the tyre they qualify in Q2. So we'll be back shortly with ARG Racing Euro F1 League Q2 action here live on ARG Racing Network.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then. Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
Here we are for Q2 action here live on ARG Racing Network. Euro F1 League, like I said, the third race here for ARG this weekend. Fifth screen so far this weekend in a matter of 2 days. What we've done here, commentating some great league racing. So let's see what these guys, the second half of the weekend, of course, and what the ARG weekend. 4 races a weekend with Friday night league, League 2, League 1, and the Euro F1 League as well. So, yeah, great season we're going to have here for ARG Racing.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware we have a car leaving.
What you think the strategy for this race will be? These guys looking like a lot of them are coming out on the medium tyre. And as you can see there, a few of them choosing the medium tyre. Chocolate Brothers there out on the soft compound tyre. So yeah, the strategies are going to make a big difference. We know that. We know every time a race happens, and F1 in general. Strategies make a big difference. So let's see how that comes into play. Ends up 1. Welcome to the stream. Newbie looking for a spot, of course. Always welcome you joining into ARG, so make sure if you're new on here, join the Discord, get involved, interact if you want to. Get a trial from obviously one of our stewards, make sure to visit the Get Started section in our Discord. We'll get started in one of our stewards, we'll be in touch shortly. In terms of trialing, but giving it to round 1. All 20, every single week, see full, which is great to see here in ARG, and so far 3 full lobbies of racing here in ARG this weekend, so looking good for this season. As we are here, awesome flying laps around Austria for Q2, so let's see what these guys have on offer. Beck, the first flying lap on the mediums, let's see what he can do, and start us off in the session. Let's see what he can do in terms of a flying lap and getting through to Q3, sorry, on that medium compound of tyre, the yellow stripe tyre, the second slowest in the Ferrari range. Hard being the slowest out of the 3 on offer for the weekend. RC7 with a lap around here, starting us off with the first flying lap here. After Beck, I believe it is, who's after Beck? The Williams, sorry, of Loaded Storm behind him. So let's go and board his Beck for the final part of his flying lap, coming through turn 9 at the moment, final turn 11, turn 7, sorry. Going all the way wide on the apex there, going across the line, a 1:04.1 for him. Great lap on those medium tyres from Beck. Stops himself at the P1 for now. Let's see if he can hold it off. Loaded Storm coming across the line for an invalidated lap. We'll do another one. Let's see who else can do it. Another lap. Seeing if they can match Beck out in front. It's a medium tyre for the other half of RC7. Crossing the line at the moment. It's a 1:04.7 for him, 6th down, and his teammate, the Williams, I believe he is, of Eagle Prime, slots in the P2 with the 1:04.6 to 10 faster than RC7 there in P3. Super Steve, 1:2.28, he'll start another flying lap now. Chocolate Brothers in P2 with a 1:04.3 on that soft compounded tyre. So the soft tyre runners are going to look to go faster than the medium tyre runners, obviously being the faster tyre in the set, like we said. Want to get some fast laps on the soft tyres, securing their spot. But starting the race on the newest set of soft tyres.
There's only 1 lap
you
of
could
fuel
possibly
remaining.
go 2 laps on the medium tyre, maybe even 3, and still be safe to go through to maybe laps 15 or 20.
Engineer quiet.
But the soft tyre, you don't want to be doing 3 or 4 laps on it. You want to be going a bit, 1 lap, and that's it. You're getting the fastest lap as you can on that. Beck goes across the line with a 1:03.6 on the medium tyre. Did a 1:03.6 on the soft tyre. Does that mean he can go a lot faster on the soft tyre? We'll have to wait and see that coming to play a little bit later. Look at that train coming through the final turns of the lap with the Williams of Eagle. No, it is the other Williams of who's the other Williams? A Fish Reed crossing the line. A 1:04.7 on the medium tyre. Some other lap times coming in now of Paddy Pat 104.3 on the soft tire slots himself into P4. The Chuckle Brothers moving into P2 with a 103.9 on the medium tire. Another driver entering those 103s. So Q3, it's going to be a very interesting session to see what these guys can produce. Tom Onader coming across the line now. Very quick driver of Tom Onader. 104.6 for him. Slots himself into P5 in the medium tires. And this is where the catastrophe comes in, is whether you will have to go out again. So will these guys that are sitting currently P5, 6 and 7, after they see SpongeBob all the way down to Loaded Storm complete a lap, will they have to go out again and see if a soft tire run obviously will secure their place in Q3? So that's the important question. Reslamo goes across the line with the 103.4 on that medium compound of tyre. Great lap from him, taking that first position there, securing basically his spot in Q3. As Mad Nathan, a retirement from the session, with a 104.4, so he'll be out of qualifying in either way of Q3. But a 104.4, it's obviously moves him a bit down because he will be out of qualifying. But let's see what these guys can do, as there's a few of these guys on flying late. SpongeBob and Paul K yet to complete a lap, as well as Lotus Tom still in the pits with an invalidated lap on his first lap. So we're all on board with Ferrari of Tom Onader on a slow lap at the moment. No, he's on a slow lap. Who else is on a flying lap? Paul K, the earliest one on track that will be completing his laps. We'll go on board with him. A medium tyre run for Paul K. Joined us late last season in Tier 1. Finished off the season on a high. Can he start this one off on a high? That's the most important question. Coming through turn 9, I believe it is at the moment. Here in this one. Turns 9 and 10 here, this part where you will encounter traffic if everyone goes out at the same time. Paul K crossing the line with a 104.1. Great lap from him, slots himself into P4. The fastest of the medium tyre runners, obviously Reziano with a 103.4. Neck only 2 tenths behind at 103.6. So let's see, that battle's going to be great throughout the race. Let's see if they can challenge each other in the race. Have a great battle out there. It's SpongeBob coming across the line in that medium tyre with invalidated lap, starting another flying lap here. Let's see what he can produce. Another invalidated lap, so he obviously this and next lap, his first qualifying lap. Let's see what he can do later on in the session. Mercedes and Super Steve crossing the line now, starting a flying lap as well. So these flying laps just consistently coming out in this session, with the Red Bull Lotus Storm now starting an out lap and also flying lap 2 very shortly after, as he hasn't done a lap yet. So let's see what he can do. For 100th down this lap time, Paul K on another flying lap. Coming through turn 9 now, will he complete another flying lap? He really just enter the pits. Entering the pits, looks like the Paul K. Lotus Storm starting flying lap. We'll go on board with him. Let's see what he can do at the start of his flying lap. Again, another driver that this and next lap his qualifying session. So he's cost himself some good laps from that tyre set. And now 7 minutes 17 after the session, he's doing that a lap. Now we'll go to the pits. This Formula E engine in my car is annoying. Yeah, that sounds pretty weird actually. It's very, very weird. It sounds really, very strange. And very, very different. Let's see. Lotus Storm, what he can do. Yep, all of that with SpongeBob on a lap at the moment. After this and next lap into his qualifying lap on his first run. Let's see if he can improve on this one. Coming through turn 3 at the moment. Turn 2 is that little slight bend. On that straight turn 3 to that corner, and turn 3 to 4 here you will see the area obviously coming this turn 4 medium speed corner, heavy downhill braking zone. Into all the way you'll see him going down into second gear for that one. And then turn 5 high speed flat out through the throttle, 50 to 50 on that side. Into turn 6 high speed, high braking, heavy braking zone. Hard to judge that turn, especially coming into 7 now. And 8, a high speed chicane coming through there. And a medium braking, you really have to brake once you're on the exit of the corner. Upshifting a fair few times into those turns. It's SpongeBob not completing this lap, aiming for the pits. I'm not sure his strategy lies there. Maybe he needs to go over the softs and now changing up his strategy a bit after this and next lap in his qualifying lap before.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dry seem like the best tyre for now. Right, coming at the end of this lap.
The upper mail will start a flying lap of ARG Cup. No finishing the flying lap at the moment. It's weird because it's SpongeBob was on a lap and was purple in the first 2 sectors. So I don't know, I didn't see you invalidate, but he was purple in the first 2 sectors. ARG Cup. Yeah. it's fun, but it's perfectly the first stuff. I'm not sure why you pulled out of this stuff. You might have been getting a failure strategy or maybe an invalidation that we didn't see. But yeah, let's see what he can do later on this section. The Alpine of Paddy Pat, let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can produce in this one, coming through turn 2 at the moment. The Alpine currently sitting P7 on the soft tyre. They want to go a little bit faster as a security spot in Q3 here. It was a 16-0 in the first set, a 2/10 down on Bresliano up in front. A half a tenth down on the driver in front of RC7. So let's see what he can do in the second sector. Coming through turn 6 at the moment. This is where you will get the second sector marker. 2/10 down on his lap time now. Patterson, he will have to gather it back in the second sector with an invalidation of his lap there through the 7-8 chicane. So there's more to come here for this Q2 session. 4 minutes 15 left of this session. Let's see what these guys can do. Loaded Storm in a fine lap now, yet to complete a lap. Let's see what he can do. And after him, the two Williams of Offish Reed and Evil Prime do some flying laps as well. Let's see Loaded Storm coming across the line for his first flying lap. Let's see if he can enter those 103s on the soft tyre. 104.6, 3/10 faster than his last lap time. Slot him into P11. Fish Reed crossing the line now. A 104.4 for him puts in P9. So these lap times very close to each other. This is great to see. All the way from even basically P4, P3 even, P2 even, you can say. 1 second the gap. So it's great to see this battle out on track at the moment. Come on a slow in lap on track at the moment. 3 minutes 23 left of the session. So these guys will start to get those blankets off in about a minute, get out on track and complete a lap, getting themselves through to Q3, and especially these guys who are in danger of leaving us in Q2 here in the last 4 positions that need to be taken here in this qualifying session due to Toys R Us and Mad Nathan both being, so it's only 4 positions, both being unable to get out of this session without retiring. So it is going to be 10 positions that are going to be obviously given to the Q3 session. With drivers obviously the drivers doing the fastest stuff obviously in this session. That is the 10 fastest will be going through in Q3. But if one of those drivers is Mad Nathan, there will be 9 drivers progressing into the next session. So let's see what these guys can do coming into the later stages of this qualifying session. SpongeBob on a lap at the moment. He will climb on a lap at the moment as well. Loaded Storm on a lap as well. And Paddy Pat 89 TPE on a lap as well. So let's see. These guys, a few drivers start to come out of the pits as well. RF3 Chartman and the Alpha Romeo there out coming out of the pits at the moment as well. So let's see what he can do in this one. As these guys, like I said, starting to come out of the pits. Let's see what they can produce in this one. SpongeBob with a 107.5. Let's see if he can get faster. So obviously switching to the soft tyre now. Needs a faster lap then on the mediums. So let's see what he can do on the flying lap. Second flying lap at the moment. The Williams of Fish Reed in the pits. So it's Paddy Pat on the flying lap now. Let's see if he can get faster. Going across the line in a moment. A 104.3, 600 faster than his previous lap time. So that it's not safe yet. He'll need to slow down a bit later this lap, go again in a few moments for another lap, because that is not going to secure him a spot if these guys down in the bottom 4 can improve. So we've got enough more to come. Let's see what these guys can do. 1 minute 16 left of this session. If people don't start coming out now, they will miss out in this qualifying session. And basically, if you haven't pressed go to track now, you will be missing out with 1 minute 6 left of this session. This is what we will see at the end of this qualifying session. And all three guys, sorry. So Fish Reed is out of qualifying. And SpongeBob across the line with a 103.5 in a soft tyre. Going, matching his teammate there, missing out by a few hundredths of a second. With one few thousandths even, that's how close it is. But 2 drivers that now out Toys R Us, Mad Nathan, both out of qualifying. Even if they made it with Mad Nathan, even if he wasn't a top 10 at that lap time, he would have been much through Q3. but it is now Paddy Pat on the cusp of elimination. He has the time to do another flying lap with 23 seconds left of this session. Let's see
Hitting
what he
this
can do.
lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Super Steve with a retirement on track now. Oh no, it is in the pits. Lucky it's in the pits. I thought it was on track, because if it was on track, that will take you out of the next qualifying session. RS retirement slots into P7. That'll put him through to the next session, I believe, because RC7. Oh no, he did make it to the line. Fifth Reed will not make it to the line. The session is now over, as you can see there. So the only guys that will be completing the lap are RC7 and Loaded Storm now. Let's see what they can do as these riders start to enter the pits. At the moment, Loaded Storm and the only driver out on track now. And it goes into the wall, so Loaded Storm is out of qualifying, and that is qualifying done. Paddy Pat out of qualifying in P11, wasn't able to improve his lap time in the Alpine there. But slots into P11 is out of qualifying, and that is our top 10 for this Q2 session, who will be progressing through to Q3. We have finished to that one with Loaded Storm going into the wall there. What an eventful qualifying we've had so far, ladies and gentlemen. 10 drivers progressing now through to Q3 here in Austria, trying to do their fastest laps and start obviously on that position that they all want to start on in P1. So let's see what these guys can do later stages of Q3, and that's what we're waiting to see from these guys. And it's going to be an interesting end to this session, and it's going to be a great race as well with these battles. You can see how close these times are, all the way from P1 all the way down to 14th place. Only a second and 2/10 separates them all. So it's going to be a great race, great racing from these guys. Hopefully we can see some great battles, clean battles most importantly, out on track. It's a weird track with turn 1. I can almost guarantee someone's going to have damage on turn 1, which is not what we like to see. So yeah, going to be a very different qualifying session. Race, sorry, with the if you do take damage on lap 1, it's going to be changing your strategy a lot. But that's it for the Q2 session. We'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen, for the Q3 session, which 10 drivers will be trying to get, obviously, their fastest laps on the newer set of soft compound tyre, of course. Not even the newer set, even if they have some old sets. Trying to get the fastest lap time on the soft set of tyre. And ultimately starting to think about that critical pole position that they all want, sitting at that top, starting on the front row of the grid. That is the overall aim of this race, the drag race down to turn 1. And you know it from Austria, it's a short way down to turn 1, but can lead to damage, and if it does, it's going to be danger for those guys starting and changing up their strategies. But we'll be back shortly for Q3 here, ARG Racing, and we're covering ARG Racing Euro F1 League.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
Paddy Pat saying that they're perfectly starting P11 free choice of tyre, and it's the perfect positions. If you want to start out of the top 10, you obviously want to be starting 11th, free choice of tyre, and it's high up on the grid if you don't make it through to Q3. So he'll get a free choice of tyres. It'll be interesting to see what he picks. Will it be the mediums? Will it be the softs? Will it be the hards? Who knows? Strategies all being different around here, and it is going to be interesting to see the strategies coming out from these lads. A lot of them started to come out on track now. It's the Haas of Beck 9000, the first man out on track to start a flying lap. So we'll go on board with him, seeing what he can produce in this session. It's going to be interesting. Nathan is out. Yes, he did have a retirement in that session. After doing a lap time, did retire.
Standing by.
Wasn't able to get through to Q3. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see these comeback drives from someone like Nathan, who is a great and capable driver to produce some great lap times. It's going to be a great comeback drive. And even into reserve drivers, we have Dino, Jonathan Cox, and DW, all very, very quick drivers who will be on the comeback from the back of the grid as reserve drivers will be on the chase. So let's see what they can do in the session as well. Beck, 9,000, first flying lap of the session. Let's see what he can do. Crossing turn 10 now, sorry, and starting his flying lap 10:14, I said, because Bahrain last night. Beck, 9,000, starting off flying lap, turn 1, medium speed corner, heavy braking zone all the way down to 4th gear there for Beck, coming through this one here. Turn on his telemetry so we can see what he's doing at the moment. Coming into turn 2, just high speed blowout, obviously.
Engineer quiet.
Purple sector starting us off with a 15.9 in that first sector. Let's see what these guys can do. P7 takes the purple sector, so Eagle Prime, purple sector in the first sector. Coming into turn 4 for Beck here, another medium speed corner, heavy downhill braking for him all the way line on the apex. 15.8 for Resliamo in the middle sector, so it's been a battle between Beck and Resliamo throughout the whole qualifying session. So let's see if these guys can have a battle that in qualifying at the moment. 28.2 for him in the middle sector. Let's see what Beck can do. Coming up to turn 9 now with the right-hander, medium speed corner all the way down to the 6th gear, 7th gear, upshifting and downshifting through that corner for Beck. Crossing this final apex, going across the line, 103.6. What a competitive lap time from him. Even Prime coming across the line now will go across the line with a 103.9, so entering the race as well for him. RR3 Chartman crossing the line now for a flying lap. Another pass of RC7 crossing the line, a 104.8 as well. The Alpha Tauri crossing the line of Resliamo, taking provisional pole with a 103.4, going 2/10 faster than Beck. In that one there, Super Steve, a 106.2. He'll need to improve on that if he wants to start up higher on the grid. But that was a 15.7 from Terminator in the first sector as well, so we've gone board with him. 15.7 in the first sector, 2/10 faster than Super Steve in the first sector, who was slower, but we've got the exact same sector times for Tomo and Resliamo in the first sector, and we validated that for Tomo. No, it wasn't, sorry, fourth for Tomo, didn't show me second, third sector time, but fourth for him, a 104.3 for him there. The Williams of Buckle Brothers starting a flying up now, 109, and validated lap for him. Let's see if we can keep it in the track limits on this one. Trying to improve his lap, a 103.7 now. For Eagle Prime improved by 2/10 there on his lap time. RS3 Chartman crossing the line, P5 for him. A spin there for Super Steve on his flying lap, who was pretty quick actually, 16.1 in the first sector. As compared to the other guys, are actually a few tenths down, but still competitive. Second sector was 28.4, faster than that, almost faster than anybody by just a couple of hundreds in a second. So all these guys are very close to each other in terms of lap time, so it's going to be interesting to see this end of the session. And I'll go to lap race SpongeBob, starting another flying lap now. Let's see what he can produce.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
He was fast in that session before. Let's see what he can do. Coming out of the line, starting another flying lap now. 103.9 for him on that second flying lap. Great lap time from him. He enters the 109 afterwards as well. Let's see what he could do. A purple sector again for him in the first sector for that final flying lap he did there. The Alpha Red of RSC heading into the pits, and they all will be finishing up these flying laps now. If they haven't already done one, they will be coming out very shortly. 6 minutes 52 left in the session.
They had one different team. There were Williams on with Alpha Romeo.
At the moment, let's see what these guys can do.
Won't be chatting because we can't exactly
take a
talk
refresher,
about pit strategies.
and we'll get on a new set of the slick, soft compound tyres, receiving a new set in the Q3 session if you do make it through. So most of them will have obviously the spare if they did start on the medium tyre, because they will have only used one in the first session, the medium tyre in the second, then having 2 sets of the new softs in this session. Now it's SpongeBob slots into P4 with a 103.7, so all these lap times, like I said, pretty close. These guys will look further down the grid, will look to improve on their lap times. Let's see what they can do. The Williams of Chocolate Brothers crossing the line now, 600 faster, almost 700 faster in this lap time. Stays P6 with a 103.9 as well, so him entering the 103s as well. 6 drivers in the 103s now. So these guys starting to put in some lap times, like I said. Yeah, it's awesome to see these guys starting to put in some good lap times. See what these guys have for this session. It's going to be great to see the end of the session and see what these guys are able to do as well, and see what they can do. So let's see, as we see Chocolate Brothers on a lap at the moment. invalidated lap, as you see there. Yeah, you can see a lot of things coming out of this bit at the moment. It just seems, some messages coming through from the paddock, from the guys saying some good laps are coming through. So let's see what these guys can do as they come through this qualifying free session. Started to come out and some second time laps. So let's see what these guys can do. Yeah, it's we're going to see these guys obviously starting some new fine laps on a new set of tyres. Like I said, starting on a new, new set of tyres that they say for this session. And we'll see what these guys can do on a new set of tyres. Obviously, it'll be faster than this used set of tyres. Let's see, Brazil entering the pits after going, looks like this installation lap for him, a big bit of fun up there. But let's see how long left of the session. 4 minutes 26 of the session, so we've got a few minutes left to see what these guys can produce. It's Beck over the line, starting another flying lap as we follow on board with him. And we'll take a listen to his car. So we'll go on board with Beck and listen in on board with him what his car has on offer. There we go, on board Beck takes provisional pole with a 103.3 in the Haas there. It's a 103.3, 1/10 faster and a spin there. He almost going to go to the wall, saves it out of the wall. He validates his lap there, but a spin for Beck. But he has taken provisional pole by a 1/10 of a second now, has Beck. So let's see what these guys can do in this session. As a lot of these guys start to come out on some flying laps now, and one of them, not yet, oh it is now, Resliamo being one of them, starting a flying lap very, very shortly. Going to be interesting to see what these guys can do in this session, as it's the final few moments and the dying embers of this qualifying session. Let's see what these guys can do in this session. It's the fastest sector so far for, I believe it is Resliamo in P2, fastest sector 2, fastest sector 1, but Beck just takes it out in sector 3 there. So let's see what these guys can do. The Alfa Romeo R3 Chartman with a retirement exactly the same place that Beck had the spin. So let's see how that impacts things, where R3 Chartman will start his lap. It is an outlap for SpongeBob. So R3 Chartman in the pits at the moment, obviously with the retirement. And also Evil Prime, who's still in the pits. 2 minutes left of the session, still has time to come out. But these guys starting to start some flying laps now. Chuckle Brothers on a lap at the moment. Let's see what he can do. Starting a flying lap now. But these flying laps are going to start to come out thick and fast now, as these, like I said, these guys starting some flying laps. Tomo starting a flying lap at the moment. These guys getting towards the end of their outlaps, warming up their tyres, getting ready for their final lap of the qualifying. These guys that are starting their flying laps now will have 2 laps to get their fastest lap, because they have obviously timed it perfectly. But we'll follow on board with Chuckle Brothers, the guy who is the earliest man out on track, who will be completing a flying lap for us. And being able to complete this lineup for us. Let's see what he can do. A 15.9 in the first sector, 10th down on Beck in that first sector. Second sector, 28.4, so 3/10 down on Beck in that middle sector. But let's see what these guys can do. A 15.7 for Paul K in the middle sector, so he's improved on his previous lap time, I believe. So let's see what he can do. Validated lap in the final turn for Chuckle Brothers. He won't be able to complete a lap. Paul K, a retirement from the session as well, as Tominator has to go all the way around him. Might have compromised his lap a little bit. Tominator, it was a 15.7 in the first sector. An invalidated lap on the final turn as well. So that's 2 invalidated laps on the final turn. So he'll have to start another flying lap as well. He won't be able to get around. So that is it for Tomo, that he will not be able to complete another lap. It's all down for these guys out in front now. So Tomo's done. Chuckle Brothers is basically done as well. He will not be able to get there in 30 seconds either, I believe. So it's going to be down to these two AlphaTauris out in front. Crossing the line is Resliamo, who will start flying up now. 5 seconds slower on that lap, so he's obviously pulled out of that one a little bit. Let's see a little bit of a snap there on the exit of turn 1. Let's see if he can improve this lap and get a great pole position story here for himself, crossing that sector marker at the moment. 15.862 in that first sector for himself. Two purple sectors for it's SpongeBob, and that lap has put him in P3. Resliamo just a few thousandths down on his teammate in the first sector. It is the end of qualifying now. Let's see if these lap times can reach closer to those 102s. I don't think we're going to be seeing 102s, of course, but let's see if these lap times can improve. Beck is finished qualifying, so that is it. It's all down to Resliamo. The second sector marker at 28.2 in the second sector. That is a tenth and a half down on Beck in that middle sector. Let's see if he can improve on that last sector. It was a 93 for Beck in that final sector. Resliamo, I think he will be a little bit down on his previous lap time. Let's see what he can do. He will cross the line. Let's see where he goes. He'll stay second fastest, improving by 6 thousandths of a second. Super Steve crossing the line, stays 7th fastest as well. It's SpongeBob on a lap at the moment. Let's see if he can improve a 10th down in sector 2. Let's see the final lap of this Q3 session. Crosses the line, stays P3. Oh no, he goes fastest lap. It's SpongeBob, takes pole position. A 103.2 takes pole, and he will start on the front row of the grid alongside Beck. I think Chuckle Robinson might have got to the end of his lap, so he might be able to complete this lap. I didn't think he would have got to the end in that 30-second time limit he had. Crosses the line, jumps a few positions there. In SpongeBob, in the dying embers of that qualifying session, has just taken pole position from Beck and Resliamo, who were strong for that entire session, and have taken it out, taken that pole position from them. And it's SpongeBob. We'll start in the front.
Less than a second for the top 10.
9,000. What a qualifying session there, ladies and gentlemen. That has finished us off on a high. And yeah, that's perfectly what we need for this to get us excited for this race coming very shortly now here in Austria for this one here. It's going to be an interesting race as well, with a lot of these drivers obviously with some different alternate strategies as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do.
That's the point.
Interesting to see the strategies they choose. And yeah, it's going to be an all-time good time to watch these guys out on track. But now, without further ado, it's time to see what these guys have on offer. Like I said, it's time for the Austrian Grand Prix. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Austria, as something has happened to the lobby as I see that. But we are here in Austria for this one and for this session. Here in Austria for the Euro F1 League in ARG Racing Season 3 here. So it's all to play for here in this race. A little bit has happened to the lobby as we've taken a break. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But Austria, very competitive race, 4.3 kilometers of circuit, 10 turns, 3 DRS zones, and an opportunity to the overtake race.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
The race here, Austria.
It's only the music. What have you done? You turned it down?
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch. Green flag. Yellow flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. Yellow flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Okay, clear. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Copy that. Go now. We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap. green flag. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Caution, caution. Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, clear. Yellow flag. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Understood, copy that. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Caution, caution. Green flag. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Return the position immediately or we will be penalized. There is no overtaking during the safety car period. Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Okay, clear. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Green flag. Okay, clear. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Go, go, go. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car. Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap. Green flag.
Oh, sorry, Chuckles.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Okay, clear. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Engineer quiet.
Okay, copy that.